Cross some Blackwells.
Snap, black cat peanut butter.
Cool chagalaga.
And the twist challenge.
Buy any 4 participating products and stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand daily. Add a twist to everyday meals.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and yes, we are taking you on a Korean culinary adventure, this special edition of our Afternoon Express cook-along. We have with us the people that make this daily street food, essentially when it comes to Korean-style frying, Mr. H, and we also have Kim there. So, Mr. H, how far are we with the recipe, and what are we going to be making now?
So we marinated and coated, so we continue frying.
Okay.
Because you, on that side, my darling, you're going to start making the Baoban mixture for us. So it's the flour, the spices that you have ready here, water you can use at home. You don't have to use water. You can use juice that you heat up. Obviously, the water has to be warm.
Okay. And how much water should I put in here?
About 180 grams, 100 milliliters.
Stunning. And then I just whip this up.
That's correct.
So when you say you could also infuse juices, what does the juice do? I mean, I can't imagine a sweet mixture into such a savory dish.
The whole thing is that it's actually not, it doesn't give much flavor to it. It's more about the color, because we at Pluckies are making food for the Rainbow Nation.
Oh.
So we love the color of that. So if you use beetroot, you get that beautiful pink to red color. If you do orange, you do carrot, you can do turmeric. If you do spinach that you boil and you blitz, you get beautiful green color. You can use activated charcoal that you get black. So there's all these beautiful colors that you can do. And it's also just that it's food for the eye.
I like that. My mom has always said that you do eat with your eye first.
That's it.
So I've already whipped up this mixture, and then how long do I leave it here to poof, essentially looking like this finished product before we put it to steam?
Okay, what you do there is you will mix it in the bowl. Once it's firm, you will then, and obviously you have to add all your stuff, because your sugar and your yeast and all of that activates with the hot water and all of that.
Okay.
So then once you have a firm batter, you will then take it out. You will knead it by hand for about 10 minutes, because you want it to become a smooth dough.
Okay.
Once you're done with a smooth dough, you put it in a plastic container, or you can just wrap it. And then what you do is you put it outside or in a warm spot in the kitchen, and you let that proof for at least 2 hours. The reason for that is you want the yeast and the sugar to really puff up beautifully, because baobans are all about these little fluffy clouds that you bite into. So while you're biting into this fluffy cloud, you are eating the Korean chicken, who has got this crispy coating.
Beautiful. Okay, so as soon as that's come in, if you can just share with our viewers the delicious end product of our baobans. Essentially, you did exactly that with that end product in the middle.
Correct.
If you can just lift and expose the colors that you were speaking about earlier. So essentially, within those final products, what did you add for it to be yellow, and then essentially on the other side to have that speckled effect?
So the speckled effect here, that I added hemp powder, and in this one I added turmeric.
Nice.
Yes.
Stunning. Baobans done.
So you steam them for about 10 minutes. The nice thing about baobans, as with the chicken, like I said to you, you can make it on the weekend, you can freeze them, or when you made them during the week, you can freeze them. The beautiful thing about baobans is you make them as well, make a batch, because it's a little bit intensive.
Okay.
But then what you do is you put it in the deep freeze, wrap them, and you can keep them in the deep freeze for up to 3 months. So once you've made a batch, you have it ready.
I love the fact that we're speaking economically here.
Yes.
And especially for someone like me who's not that creative in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm the type to have the same thing time after time, day after day, talk about a meal prep, right? But this is some way to keep it very special and new in the kitchen. Kim, on your side, how's it going?
It is going great. Our cauliflower is almost done. I'm about to start with our Korean sauce, which is our secret ingredient to all of this. So I'm just going to start putting all the ingredients into a pot and just bringing that to a simmer.
Stunning. What goes into a traditional, authentic Korean style sauce?
I've got some sugar. We've added a bit of South African flair to this. So we've got some Mrs. Ball's chutney.
Oh, nice.
Our tomato sauce. We've got our Korean paste.
There we go.
We've got some soy sauce, paprika, oil. Dates, very important. We've got some fresh ginger, fresh garlic, black pepper.
When you say dates are very important, I know that one can, just to add that sweetness, use honey. So why specifically did we decide on the dates?
Because people always associate deep frying, they always associate fast food, street food as unhealthy. We're trying to bring in vegetables, we're trying to bring in added nutrients. So in dates, you have lots of iron and you also have fiber. So that adds to the flavor of the Korean chicken. So it just makes it a little bit different to the authentic one, but
why not?
why not?
I'm
Exactly.
always about being flexible in the kitchen because essentially not everyone's pantry and not everyone's
Yes.
fridge looks the same.
That's correct.
So it's quite nice to be able to have different varieties when you are creating a
Yes,
meal.
that's it.
So how far are we when it comes to this delicious street food? I'm so into finger foods, and that's essentially what we're putting together.
Correct, yes. So no utensils, you eat it with your hands. The only utensil that we use is the chopsticks. While Kim is making the sauce there, I actually have pre-made a little bit of sauce there just to speed up the process here for us. So with the Korean chicken, what's always essential with this is the beauty of this as well is, like I said before, you can freeze them and then we always double fry them. The reason for double fry, extra crispiness. So we then take our sauce, we just squirt it over.
Nice. So you can put quite a generous portion,
Oh,
or
yeah.
it depends on your preferred taste.
So yes, we also made a mayo. So for the viewers outside there, who is not too crazy about too spicy,
Yes.
you can take 1/3 of your Korean sauce and add 2/3 of mayo to it. So you can make your homemade mayo, or you can just buy beautiful Nola, and then you can do that.
Love
So
that.
we're gonna take our beautiful fairy dust.
Fairy dust in the sesame seeds. I
That's
see
it.
that repeated in so many Eastern, Asian
Yes.
meals. So that's like the real McCoy. Now it's time to assemble.
Yes, there we go. So we're going to take our vegetable mayos. And today we're going to make the one baoban with our chicken. There you go, Kim. So you can assemble. And we're going to do the other one with the veg. So we start off with our vegetable mayos. So for color and health reasons,
Is that beetroot?
that is the beetroot mayo. So we boil that, and then this one is a carrot one that we also boiled, and then we mix that with a beautiful mayo that you can make at home.
Delicious. I love the fact that here you're playing with ideas that I've never really thought about creating. Making a mayonnaise out of carrot and beetroot for me is truly out of this world. What a way to shake up our vegetables in the kitchen. Here we go, Kim. Here's some mayonnaise
There you
as
go.
well on your side. I'll put it here
I'll
for
actually
you.
just grab from Kim here, and then I'll do it on this side.
Oh, there we go.
And there we go. So we're going to do the same. Do some carrot.
So essentially, when you were talking about having these fluffy baobans, this is what you mean. I mean, Mzansi, as much as you can't really feel the baobans that we have, but they're very moist, they're almost springy.
Yes, that's
You know,
it,
they
yeah.
give that bounce back, and coupled with the crunchiness of that meat and the crunchiness of the cauliflower, I think
That's
will make
correct.
for a dynamite pairing. And then we also have here, please may you pass me a spoon. Let's put all the vegetables now together. This also adds some crunchiness. We've got
That's
some
correct. So red onion. That's it. So we just sprinkle that once again. We just sprinkle it on there.
Nice.
We've got some cucumber.
Cucumber. There we go. You can do the same for that
Sure,
side.
perfect.
And then spring onion, of course. I'm also going to put some spring onion on the top.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And
That's very
then
Asian.
right here at the end,
Bit of
we've
coriander.
got some coriander.
Yeah, just use your fingers. That's it. There we go.
Talking about street food and using your fingers, voila, that is our finished product. Now, Mzansi, if you've missed any of the steps and you want to catch this one more time, please do head over to our Afternoon Express website where we've detailed the full ingredients and recipe to be making this Korean street food. But after the break, what do we have?
We're going to do Korean dogs.
Love that. All of that coming up.